Dude, look at this cookie. That is such a fire-looking cookie.
Just like many other Gen Zs like him, Milad Mirg found fame on TikTok. And no, he wasn't smiling and dancing, but he was preparing Subway sandwiches for all to see. Here are the top 15 things you didn't know about Milad Mirg. He went viral recording work story videos.
My precious.
Precious?
Milad Mirg is just your run-of-the-mill entertaining and energetic 20-something who owns a restaurant and is clearly passionate about what he does. Okay, maybe not so ordinary. It all started when Milad began recording vlogs and then Subway work story videos and posting them online. The universe and the algorithm apparently had big plans for Milad. What may have started as some fun behind the lens led to viral creative content creation for social media channels. After a split second of his video being shown on Inside Edition, his subscriber count increased exponentially.
They actually took the clip right from my YouTube channel.
And with all of the negative press that Subway has gotten in the news lately, particularly revolving around the non-tuna tuna sandwich, Milad's popular, wholesome, quick, and witty content is undoubtedly a breath of fresh air for the sandwich chain. He made the world's longest Subway sandwich.
Cold cut combo. I eat 3 every day to help keep me strong.
What do you do when you're in your early 20s and you own a Subway? Epic things, that's what you do. So one day, Milad and some of his people woke up early enough to prepare over 700 6-inch sandwiches in order to line them up across the length of an entire football field. In essence, Milad created the world's longest Subway sandwich to date.
This is the face of utter glee.
To make the day even more legendary, all of the subs were donated to locals and the homeless community through shelters. So, breaking records while helping people along the way. This guy is onto something, that's for sure. He's ordered everything on the Subway menu.
We have an order to stop this. You can't give people this much choice.
Milad showed up to a Subway in Greenville, North Carolina and ordered everything off of the menu. He rolled up to the only Subway with a drive-thru that he had ever seen and ordered 100 subs, plus his special edition sub, the Milad. The reason? Well, it was to serve the homeless community of Greenville. He got in touch with the only soup kitchen in the entire city, delivered the 100 subs, and then donated $1,000 to the North Carolina Soup Kitchen on top of that. Pretty sweet that he ordered everything off the menu for a cool $901.79. But like the young boss he is, he rounded up the total price to $1,000 and gave the rest to the restaurant. How much money he makes.
I'm not gonna say whether or not this number is accurate, because I don't really want the IRS coming after me or anything.
So what do you do when you're young and internet famous? Google yourself, duh. Milad decided to make a video checking out what the popular search engine had to say about him and broke down what was fact from what was fiction. The internet cites his net worth at $450,000 and his main source of income as YouTube ad revenue. Milad playfully says that he will neither confirm nor deny his net worth, but that it is true that his main source of moolah at the moment is from YouTube ads.
It's funny how Google takes you down this rabbit hole, huh?
Given that your average Subway franchise will make around $400,000 in revenue with an average profit of $41,000 per year, and that Milad mentions his restaurant is doing great since this content has gone viral, we'd imagine his pockets could be looking pretty full. His many run-ins with Karens.
I'm on an all-carb diet. God, Karen, you are so stupid.
Milad encounters Karens all of the time, and thankfully for us, he hops onto social media and shares his tales of survival for all to hear.
This was something that got me fuming.
Imitating Karens in a high-pitched and animated voice, Milad shares stories of Karens barking orders at him, refusing to pay extra for toppings such as meat, and walking out after the subs are prepared, and just being downright rude. The abhorrent behavior behavior is standard Karen conduct, and while Milad keeps his cool during these run-ins, he holds nothing back in his post-incident descriptions. Keep venting, Milad. Better out than in. Famous people who have come to his Subway.
Here is my custom one. It's called the Birdman Chicken Parm. I used to get on tour all the time.
Some of the celebrities that have come through his Subway include the Jonas Brothers, who grew up in the same town and came into the restaurant when Milad was just a youngin' and his parents owned the joint. David Blaine, who was a resident of the town where the Subway was located, made an appearance, presumably levitating through the door. And get this, Khabib actually even applied to work at the Subway restaurant before his UFC days. Also, Milad himself had a hilariously oblivious run-in with Tiki Barber where he had no idea who he was. And then the Subway/social media star proceeded to tell a New York Giants lineman accompanying Barber how he himself is a Cowboys fan.
I always wanted to own the Dallas Cowboys.
And Tony Hawk even put in a request to have Milad prepare his custom order and share it online. 4 million views on that video later, and we can all now order like Tony Hawk. He made an all-cookie sub.
Put that cookie down! Now!
Milad has been known to make a special edition sub from time to time. The Milad is his namesake sub, but the all-cookies sub, that's pure artwork. If you're ever passing through New Jersey, it is good to know that there is another main attraction other than the shore. Milad prepares a cookie-filled sub by loading the bread up with cookies and then putting it in the oven so that it can warm. Cookies seem to be part of Milad's trademark, as not only does he prepare an all-cookie sub for those with a serious sweet tooth, but he provides a free cookie to every person who proves that they are a subscriber when they enter his Subway. He even had a free cookie day that brought people from far and wide, including one patron who walked 5 hours just to meet Milad and show up to get that free cookie.
You truly are the king of kings.
But as far as the cookie sub goes, don't get your hopes up if you're not in New Jersey. Because while Milad may make unique culinary creations, not all Subways will recreate his special edition subs. So keep that in mind. He accidentally set a world record.
Thank you, God. Victory!
Milad continues to do epic things, like accidentally setting a world record. Just, you know, an average day at work and boom, a world record set. Now, it's unclear as to how accidental this moment was exactly, but you can tell by the footage just how casual Milad truly was making this sandwich. Nonchalant is an understatement.
If he dies, he dies.
In under 50 seconds, Milad prepared a sub. That's fairly impressive, considering it takes some of us longer to put on a pair of pants. Apparently, in his casual ingredients tossing, Milad strode into the history books under the category of speediest subs ever made. In his caption on his YouTube video, Milad acknowledges his new claim to fame, stating, "Milad fastest sandwich world record, you're indeed, Milad, you're indeed." Claims he gave $44 million in free advertising for Subway.
Here's the real kicker. I've done all of this under the Subway brand, which is so cool to me.
While the hardworking Subway franchise owner works hard for his own money, he has actually been earning lots of dough for Subway free of charge. Milad claims that he has racked up a whopping $44 million in free advertising for the sandwich giant. 44 mil sounds like a lot of pesos, probably because it is.
I'm really happy to be a part of what we're doing.
Since starting his social media exploits, Milad claims that he was able to garner that much in free ads through his incredibly high statistics. And in his video about this incredible amount of free advertising, Milad sends a heartfelt message to Subway, thanking them for the opportunity that they have provided to him and his family. A class act. He was accidentally tipped $1,000.
Hey, who are you trying to fool? You are not my sub! Now shoot!
Milad deals with people all day long, and so human error is kinda inevitable in his line of work. An older woman was trying to pay using the card reader and inputted her PIN code to complete the transaction. Well, she completed a transaction all right, a transaction of $1,000 as a tip.
At first, it seemed like I made a mistake.
Milad instantly knew that the incredible tip was accidental, and he helped the woman troubleshoot, call the bank, and make sure that her money was still nestled safely in her account. Sure enough, the bank confirmed for her that they did not process the transaction, allowing Milad's nerves to stop jumping and the woman to go home with both her Subway sandwiches in hand and greater peace of mind. He lost $20,000 in a week.
I put $500 into Bitcoin and it turned into $20,000 and I lost it all.
Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are all the rage. Milad got into crypto when he was 17 after a tip from a friend. On his birthday, he invested $500 into Bitcoin and started making money within hours. He bought more cryptocurrencies and he got lucky because they also rose in value. But what goes up? Well, you know the rest. That $500 turned into $20,000 and then it all came crashing down. Milad says that he learned a valuable lesson about greed from this experience. Milad feels if he had not been so greedy, he wouldn't have lost the money. His $20,000 would not have turned into $1,000.
And I was a complete newbie.
And despite the fact that he did make money, he was greedy and lost a significant amount of coin that could have done a lot of good for him and his family. He was robbed.
How do I turn this thing off?
Milad's family have owned a couple of Subway locations over the years, and one was in a slightly dodgy neighborhood. When Milad was a kid, that Subway location was robbed by a man who alleged that he was armed. An employee was working late when a man in a trench coat walked in. He ordered a sub, and then after the employee finished making it, he proclaimed that he had no money on him. Bold.
What?
Then he proceeded to say that the sandwich was now his, and so was the money in the register because he was armed. The employee's intuition told her that he was bluffing, but she complied anyways. The robber stole the money from the register, the sandwich, and even tried to open the vault. Alas, he made off with the sub and whatever was in the register, but he didn't get very far. Apparently, hunger pangs took over, and when the police went to track him down, he was found at a gas station munching away on his Subway sandwich. Milad has worked hard for his rise to fame.
People that come into your store teach you so much, and you don't even realize until like days, weeks, even months later.
Milad worked as a Subway employee for 6 years, and then he actually bought his parents' Subway outlet. When he buys the Subway from his mother, she can be heard saying, "If you promise you will love it and you will handle it with love." Sounds like a fair trade.
I love you. I love you too, man.
When Milad revealed his Subway's location on social media, the response was a wee bit overwhelming. Some people travel from all over just to go to his Subway. Milad's Subway is actually the only Subway in Cedar Grove, New Jersey. One 8-year-old fan of Milad's even showed up and asked him to sign a bag of Cheetos. Milad has made a lot of Subway sandwiches over the years, and this is the result of hard work paying off. He's TikTok famous.
At least once a year, I like to bring in some of my Kevin's famous chili.
Being TikTok famous is no easy feat. While yes, the algorithms are a little kinder to you there as opposed to, let's say, on Instagram, but catering to an audience and going viral isn't easy on any platform. And Milad has an impressive 5.3 million followers on TikTok.
I like to say Milud.
No, not that.
So we'd say that his content resonates with people for sure. And it's not because he chose to do something outlandish for social media. Perhaps the most incredible part about his online presence is the fact that he is so responsible, but at 22 is so young at the same time. His TikTok fame does not seem to have gone to his head, and we are all grateful for it. Mr. Beast is a big fan.
Mr. Beast, you beautiful human being. I need to give you something.
Everyone has their inspirations in life, and for Milad, Mr. Beast is one of them. Mr. Beast is a YouTuber, businessman, and and philanthropist known for expensive stunts. Milad did absolutely everything that he possibly could to solicit the attention of Mr. Beast. He baked a giant cookie for him, he got his followers to tweet him,
I just want to be with you.
After they finally connected, once Mr. Beast DM'd Milad, Milad then donated 50,000 cookies to Mr. Beast's favorite charity. The connection between the two social media stars is genuine. Beast shouts out Milad in a video where he said he loves that guy. And you know what? We kinda do too. And show us a bit of love. Tap or click on another great video, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell.